Hi guys, I hope you've been well. This video is going to be a bit of everything as I'm visiting my sisters this weekend as it's my niece's birthday. So I thought I'd put my artist vlog and my Practical Sketchbook Magic videos into one video this week. I hope you don't mind. I have loads to share with you, including a beautiful trip to a nature reserve called Pensthorpe in Norfolk, and I'll be sharing with you some sketchbook doodles which helped me try to loosen up, and I'll be showing you my colour pencil drawings that I've been working on. But first, let me share with you a new blending fluid that I've recently got called Zest-it, which I've been testing out. So I'm going to start with, this isn't my best drawing ever. I know he was kind of rushed and I did start this with the intention that he would be an experiment piece. I wanted to test out this new pencil blend Zest-it, and as you can see I used it mainly for the background and I think it did its job. I can only describe it as when I was painting it on, it was kind of melting the pencil. So it's all blending together into a nice smooth texture, and it smells like oranges, so that's a plus. I'll definitely use it again. And this paper was surprising. It was the Archer's hot press paper from my glued pad. I took it out of the pad, and yeah, it was nice and smooth, and I think I've tested it to the limit with this stuff. Plenty of layers of, you know, putting it on, letting it dry, going back on with the pencil, and I think it's coped really well. So overall I'm not really happy with the drawing but I am really happy with the new materials, and I would say that was still a win, wouldn't you? So I thought I'd pop in some footage of me using Zest-it so you can see how I applied it. I first used it on the background, which was a mixture of Derwent drawing pencils, colours grey green, pale cedar and olive earth. And it was really interesting to see how the pencils kind of melted into the paper and blended out. On the Amazon description, it does say Zest-it works well with many brands of colour pencil, including Caran d'Ache Luminance, Faber-Castell Polychromos, Derwent Drawing. All three I've tested here and I can confirm they do work well. But it also says it works well with pencils like Derwent Colour Soft pencils and brands such as Prismacolor and is it Charisma? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I haven't used them before, so you'll have to let me know in the comments if you have tested it with them, and if you think they work well. A few more tips about this. It does have a nice orange scent, like I said before, and it doesn't leave any weird residue on the paper. It can be applied using a cotton bud or a paintbrush like I have done. I'm just using a synthetic cheap watercolour brush, so yeah, one of my old ones. But what I would say make sure you have good ventilation when you use it, because although it smells nice, it is quite strong. And finally, make sure you wash your hands after the use, just to be safe. Also, I forgot to tell you that in one of my Practical Sketchbook Magic episodes, I said I was very, very upset because my Derwent sharpener had broken. Well, my husband had a look at it and he was able just to pop this back off. It just unscrews. I'm not going to do it now because he's done it really tight. But it comes out, and you could just, it was obviously very obvious there was a piece of lead stuck in the mechanism. So yeah, he just plucked it out and it works. So I haven't got to get a new one. So that's handy. So thank you very much, husband, for using your brain. And yeah, saved us some money. So, as I said earlier, we visited the beautiful Pensthorpe Nature Reserve on my birthday in Norfolk, which is a stunning haven for wildlife and nature lovers. Covering over 700 acres, it has such a diverse landscape. Wetlands, woodlands, wildflower meadows covered in butterflies, not to mention the beautiful lakes that provide habitats for mass variety of birds, mammals, insects and plants. I loved the wildlife trails and the beautiful designed gardens, which at the moment hosts some artists' amazing sculptures. But if you like bird watching, photography, or just need a dose of nature's inspiration, I would say you need to go here. I wanted to share some of my footage I got from the visit, and I hope you enjoy.
Oh God, James, careful.
So the weather finally turned, which was really refreshing, as I've not really wanted to do much drawing in this heat wave we've been having. It's been so hot and sticky. And of course, I live in the UK, so aircon really isn't a thing here. But on rainy, cloudy days like this, all I want to do is doodle. And although I am a summer baby, I am definitely more of an autumn winter girly. And although I love the idea of summer days, I'm really just sitting here and waiting for autumn. So hopefully soon, very, very soon. I said I was going to include some sketchbook practice in this artist vlog, and I felt like I needed to be loose and scribbly, and I wanted to pull from all the beautiful inspiration we got from our trip to Pensthorpe. So I sketched out a few highlights from the trip, including the dragonflies, the wildlife, and of course some of the amazing sculpture there is displayed at the moment, such as the giant dandelion sculpture by an artist called Wight. I am going over my pencil sketches using my favourite black dip pen ink called Calli, and I love using this as it's so dark and it dries really quickly, and of course it is waterproof. Whenever I want my line work to look more scribbly and scratchy, I always go for this kind of dip pen, as it makes such fine lines, which I think gives a more sketchy look. I also did a very rough sketch of one of my favourite places in the nature reserve. I looked at my photo for such a short time, and then I tried to sketch and paint it using only my memory, which is a good way to not get bogged down with all the details. Take a reference photo and then try not to look at it while you work. I think your imagination can fill in the gaps. I have said before in my videos that I really need a reference in front of me to feel comfortable, or at least a starting point. But this is me trying to improve my memory and maybe using some more imagination in my art, which doesn't come naturally to me, unfortunately. But I wanted to take this beautiful reference photo and recreate a version of it. So my main aim wasn't for realism for once, and I think by mixing realism with a more suggestive art, I'm really finding my happy middle ground. And finally, I wanted to show you my most recent colour pencil drawing of my little Froggy friend here. Isn't he sweet? I got the photo from Unsplash. I just love frogs and toads. They just are so cute, and I have been really enjoying trying to recreate the frog's texture. Very different from fur, obviously. And I've been loving grabbing my greens for this. I have got some pan pastels on order from my birthday. They're taking a while to get here, but let me know if you think I should give Froggy here a background when they arrive, obviously. But I don't know whether to leave this blank or maybe leave him popping off the page like this. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. So as I scribble away, I wanted to tell you something amazing happened this week. I passed my 1,000 subscriber mark on my little channel. I can't express how grateful I am to everybody who has supported my art journey here on YouTube from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing and commenting on my videos. Your encouragement keeps me inspired every single day. And the best thing is that I feel like I have made some wonderful friendships through YouTube, and I hope you can stay with me as I hopefully improve on my video making and grow as an artist. I have to be real and say my YouTube journey wasn't easy for me. I am not somebody who loves the attention. I am actually quite shy before you get to know me anyway, but I have tried to improve my confidence as well as try and make videos that are interesting. And the only way I know how to do that is to try and make videos I would want to watch, such as videos full of me attempting to improve on my own art, trying new art supplies, and I always wanted to include my love for wildlife and nature, which of course is my #1 passion. When I started this channel over a year ago, I never imagined my little art community would grow into something amazing, and hitting 1,000 subscribers means so much to me, as it's a reminder that the love for creating art can bring people together from all across the world, and I mean all across the world, which is just wonderful. Going forward, I am excited to continue to bring you more wildlife inspiration, sharing my own art processes and experiences, plus behind the scene peeks. And hopefully, without sounding really corny, thank you again for being part of my art journey, and let's keep creating art, learning and growing together. So until my next video, take care and bye for now.